Today we're going to install a auto flush kit on the TOTO Aquia 4 toilet. This is a top button flush toilet. We also do have the TOTO S7A bidet seat on it as a washlet plus setup. So we're going to show you exactly how that works so that your remote control can auto flush your toilet. So here we go. To get started, I'm going to turn off the water and flush the toilet. It's important here that you use the large flush because we want to get rid of all of the water, and the small flush button here is only going to do some of it. Sometimes I'll press both buttons just to make sure it's as empty as it's going to get, and take the lid off. Now, I'm going to pull this hose off of that white cylinder and set it off to the side just to give us a little more room. Take the main flush cylinder here and turn it. You might turn a little back and forth until it releases, just like that. You'll notice this cylinder has nubs on one side here and on the other side. So both sides have little nubs. Those are going to lock into the little grooves in the bottom of the toilet there. So you spin back and forth until those line up and you can pull this out. When you open up the box for your auto flush kit, you're gonna find this mechanism. We've got two cables, a motor, and a little cylinder down here that will be for mounting. At the end of the cables, you're going to see a blue end with 2 ridges and a clear end with 4 ridges. On the flush cylinder, you're going to see 2 ridges here and 4 there that will line up with the clear and the blue cable ends. Also, as I push the bottom of this cylinder up, you're going to see little slots inside through these square outlets, places for the ends of these cables. Let's push up the bottom of the cylinder and run the cable into the correct slot. I'm going to slide this cable in and pull up, just like that. Now I'll let it back down. Line up the ridges on the end of the red cable sleeve and push that in so it locks in place. Now we're going to take the blue end, same thing here. Push up the bottom of the cylinder so that that hole is open for us to slide the end of the cable into. Slide the cable into place. Pull up here. Now we'll let the bottom of the cylinder down again, just like this. Put your ridges in place and click it like that. Now we're all set. We're going to take that flush cylinder, set it back in the toilet. Make sure the cables are towards the back of the toilet. Rotate it into place like that. Now, the fill tube. Remove the end off of it. It's going to take a little bit of wiggling back and forth and pulling. You're going to remove this end with the clip. Slide the black hose onto this black end here, just like that. Rotate the cables to face forwards and slide this down over the white tube. Now the internals are all set. We have this wire. This is the control wire. This lets it know when to operate based on the remote or the seat. We're gonna fish this line up through the toilet. This is a washlet plus system, so there's a hole in the porcelain. So in order to do that, we're going to have to take this bidet seat and push it forwards. There is a release button on that side. I'm gonna press with this hand as I slide it forward. That's gonna give us a little bit of room to access the hole here. It can be pretty tricky to get this wire up through this hole. So TOTO has given you a wire to help fish that line up. I'll show you how. I'm going to take the fishing line down here. I've got it coming out the back of the toilet. I'm going to wrap this around the end of this line so I can pull it up and through. That'll just help guide it through the hole. I'm going to now take the fish line off. and remove the plug covering the end for this control wire. Take the control wire, slide it in. It pushes in really easily. You feel it click in place. Take your cover, slide that back in to hold that in place, and pull the excess wire back down through the hole. Once you slide the bidet back in, you're all set there. So now, you've got to be able to control it with something. You've got a remote control. But there's no flush buttons on top of it. So what you're going to do, push in and push upwards on the large panel and take that off. In the auto flush kit, you're going to see these buttons. You're going to take them, the ridges here, and line them up with the front of the remote and rock the back down until it clicks in place. Now that that's in place, we're going to turn water on for the toilet, let it fill up, and try the mechanism. Now that it's full, we're going to test these buttons. I'm going to press here and we can watch. Awesome, it works. We're going to let it fill up again and test the small flush, but they should both work. So let's wait for it to fill up one more time. It's filled up again. Let's try the small flush and make sure it works. Perfect. One last thing to do. We're going to take the lid, make sure that the plungers here line up with the buttons and aren't obstructed by those red wires, and set it down like this. Make sure your control wire is coming out through the gap in the back of the toilet, and you can tighten the wires up in the back with a zip tie or twist tie as you prefer, just to help keep things clean. But we are all set. Now the auto flush is working on this Aquia 4. If you have questions about the toilet install itself, we have a video that we did on the TOTO Nexus install. It's almost exactly the same install process, so check out that video. Subscribe to the channel if you want to see more bidet content. Otherwise, we'll see you around.
ManyBidets.com, where we sell mini bidets, not mini bidets.